Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Autobot Gamer. Yeah, that's right. He's back. He's back. Autobot Gamer, come back. Radical Ruination is no more. That is going to be in a later video. I'm going to change my name probably tomorrow when I do the actual upload. But yeah, Autobot Gamer, he coming back, and he is going to pick up where Ruination left off. He left off with Rook. This is First Aid. We are just going to keep going down the line. So we are starting off in robot mode, because I'm trying to spice it up a little bit. Okay, yeah, we're not going to do that. Haha, JK, we're starting out in vehicle mode. Now, as you can see, First Aid is a really neat ambulance kind of vehicle. You can see rescue on the side, emergency. He's got a port right there. He's got his dual light bars, or his single light bar. I don't know. He's got a light bar. He's got his Autobot symbol on there. It's silver, red. He's got some silver paint on here. I like the stuff on the side. Makes it look real cool. On the back, he does have a window molded in, not painted. And his lower bumper, all that stuff going on. That's kind of interesting how they give him like a little bit of a spoiler type thing on the top there. These two are like normal bars that you can clip stuff on. I don't have anything handy. I don't think. No, I don't. Okay. Well, yeah, you can clip stuff on these bars. And, I mean, he does roll fairly nicely. He can drift too. He did come with two accessories, the hand-foot gun and a rescue axe. I'll give you a nice close-up on that. You can see it's kind of supposed to look like a engine part. This is the same weapon that Off-Road and Ironhide both came with. So, kind of plug it in right there like that, making an exhaust pipe. Or you can plug it in over here, have it cover the wheel well. That's how I do it when I combine them, just because. But in vehicle mode, I have it on this side, and I do kind of bring this section down to angle that pipe just a little bit, but I don't have it touch the ground. I have it lower down like that. There's a tab up here, see, and then there's a peg right in there, and so you can take this section and pick it in on the top. Now, you're just kind of supposed to leave it like that, but I fold the thumb down, so you got yourself like a Mad Max style ambulance up here. This is also kind of supposed to look like an engine block. Real quick, I'll do a comparison with his original version of Off-Road. So as you can see, there's Off-Road. Off-Road's a little weird because he has all this extra section that hangs off the back. You can't just like fold it all down. It's very awkward. So usually I usually keep him combined, but you know, he is a pretty neat looking pickup truck. So you can see where all the remolding comes from. I mean, you can see it. I mean, even this section is the same. They didn't change anything. Because all the remolding was really heavy into making this a different figure. You see, the front was completely remolded. The top was completely remolded. The sides were completely remolded. I mean, everything was just remolded. I mean, the bottoms were both remolded. I just pulled him off a combiner, so you don't see his head. I'm saving that for his review. So yeah, he's really, really heavily remolded off of him, but you know, he was also remolded or repainted and with a slight retool into Ironhide, and I do have him. but it's basically the same thing, just in red. And I'll show Ironhide off in his own review sometime, or I'll compare him with Off-Road in Off-Road review, because that'll come up sometime pretty soon. Let's see, who else can I compare it with? Little Titan Master, just for a bit of today's standards. So there's that little dude. Okay, and we'll go ahead and get down transformation. First thing you want to do, take this section up, or set it on the top. Pull this section back, flip it forward, and it'll just kind of peg in like that. And you want to take these sections, pull them out a little bit, and you can take this whole section, bring it down like that, bring these arm sections out, bring this all back, and then you just kind of, this is on the double hinge, you just kind of bring it up like that. And there's a couple of tabs here, a couple of slots right here, just kind of bring those up. Tab that in, split it, bring these up like that. There you go, and then you just untab these arm panels. Now you have an option, you can either bring them up and have them as like shoulder guards, or you can have them kind of just hanging off the side like that. Either way, they're shoulder guards. This is, I kind of like it like this, but you know, we'll go ahead and give him his axe, and you can't really do anything with this. I mean, you can, if you really want to, you can kind of get away to stick it back in here, but then it just kind of looks weird because that's totally not a first aid thing. But yeah, let's real quick get a close up on that head sculpt. For some reason, I've always thought of a bird when I see this. It's probably because you guys aren't getting the full effect here, but there's just like that one single panel in the middle there of his faceplate. It just looks really weird. It's not a bad face sculpt. It's quite good. Really invoking that G1 character. He's got this nice blue visor, red head, cubed off like most every other combiner character from G1 was. And yeah, so real quick, we'll do articulation, and then we'll do our comparison with off-road. So he does have a ball joint in the head that allows him to do back and forth. He can go up and down just a little bit, and it can do a 360. If you'd like to, you can kind of use this hinge a little bit. I would advise against it, just due to just making him all misshapen, because now he's got a big hole in his chest to look down, and now he's got a piece jutting out of it to look way up there. So he has ball joints in his shoulders, and then he also has that transformation joint that can bring it down if you ever want to use that. But he does have ball joints that go all the way out. That's as far as the panel will allow it. And again, these panels can pivot on their own to help accommodate a little bit. So you can also do a 360 there. He does have a bicep swivel just right above that elbow. He does have like a faux ratchet joint. Give me 1 second. Excuse that, my brother, he was trying to see what I was doing. So
Review! Do the review!
I am. I apologize, guys. He's really persistent on being disruptive. Whatever. I don't care. So, anyway, continuing on from where I left off before he barged in, He has like a faux ratchet joint in his elbow. He's got up to like a full 90 degrees there. He does have a waist rotation as well. Most of these figures do. No, not most. I think all of them, except for some of the torsos. All the deluxe for all I know. He does have ball joints in the legs. They can go out about that far. Just kind of due to the fact that there's a piece up in there and it hits the top. So if you really like force it a little bit, you can get it out just a little bit farther, and that completely threw my camera off. There we go. I use the shin to balance out what his thigh did. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but if you bring it out, you can use that thigh rotation and get it all the way out. Yeah, it does go all the way forward and all the way back. That big chunk hanging off the back of his leg doesn't interfere with going back. Like I said, he does have a thigh swivel, and he also does have a 90-degree knee bend, and his feet are at a natural angle, as you can see, to give him that kind of A stance. Now he does have one rather noticeable detail that's not like an off-road thing. They moved the porch from up here on his forearms, on the back of his wrists, to be more precise, to down here on his legs. So you can't take this and plug it on here like a shield. You can, however, it'll work, plug it into the side and pull a total God Ginrai thing. Or, you know, people also know him as Power Master Prime. Ooh, whatever you call him. I call him God Ginrai because that's actually what he was supposed to be. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get him into his combiner forms right after we do our size comparisons real quick. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. See, the ports that were on the side are on his forearms here, so you can plug this on as like a shield or a blaster. So yeah, I do usually with off-road keep these panels out. And then with first aid, I do keep them at this kind of an angle. And with Ironhide, I keep them at this kind of an angle, just because this kind of is a more mean warlord looking vibe. But, you know, looking at them, you can see they're both pretty good size. For just so you guys know, Titan Master Scale. That's a little better. I guess I had something on my camera. But yeah, you can see there's been a lot that's remolded. Like, just so you guys can see this detail just a little bit better. Shins, I think, yeah, they use the same thigh pieces. Combiner section's the same. They remolded the torso, but yeah, like this section, I do believe the biceps are the same, and the wheels, you know, probably just a few other small minute things, like when you open up the leg and there's like this assembly in here that allows the leg to transform. I know for sure that's the same. Yeah, that's only about it though. They don't share too much other than like their weapon and hand-foot gun pieces. So yeah, they did a really extensive remold, and I really do appreciate it. So we'll go ahead and throw him in his combiner modes real quick. So we'll start with leg, which we need to put him back in his ambulance form. So actually, it'd be better to just kind of get him back to this point. Don't fold this up, fold this down, because get him to this point, and then you'll want to take this whole section and flip it around. Don't worry, his head kind of has the same shape as this. And then you can kind of clip all of this in, press it all together, and just leave this out. Take your hand foot gun piece, just peg it right into the back here, like that. And then I take the weapon and I peg it in over the wheel well, like that. And there you have a foot. Okay, so I went ahead and got Rook ready so you can kind of see just how that's going to work. So this is part 2 of 5 of the Mighty Defensor. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Real neat. Defensor, I'm going over him because he's the only Combiner Wars combiner that I have that actually has all the proper pieces. I do that when I get all the parts of a combiner. I mean, it just kind of makes sense because I love combiners. Combiners are really stinking cool. But yeah, basically this has been First Aid, and then Radical Ruination did Rook. So this is Autobot Gamer asking that you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I will hope to see you in the next video, which will probably be an explanation of why I'm changing my name back. And yeah, just me. There's a reason. You'll see it later. See you guys later. Bye.